Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keegan and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to round 3 of the Supercoach Diaries. Before we get underway, make sure you do like this video, subscribe so you don't miss any episodes on this channel revolving around AFL, Supercoach, hopefully AFL Evolution in the future when that game comes out. I'm looking to play that and showing that off to you guys. A whole bunch of stuff, so make sure you don't miss anything. Alright, so round 2 of the AFL Supercoach, I should say, and it was a much better round for me this round. So if we have a look, here are my results as far as the numbers go. So I actually scored 2,210, which put me in the top 11% of all of Supercoach, which I was pretty happy with. That is a pretty good score. After the rough start I had where I only got 2,007, 2,210 is a lot better score, and I feel like it's really moving me towards the top of the competition in general. Now, after a bad week, I ended up only on, I think it was 96,000, 95,000 or something overall. But now my rank has dropped all the way down to 56,000. So I'm trending up. I'm trending towards that top 20,000, which after last year I ended up at about 35,000. This year, the goal is not to get, let's be honest, I'm not probably going to get the top 5,000 or the top 1,000. I'm not that good of a player. But if I hit the top 20,000, I feel like that's an improvement on last year, and we'll keep going up from there. I'm like Melbourne or St Kilda. I know I'm not going to win the premiership, but I'm aiming to make a decent improvement this year, and we'll keep on improving from there. My best player was Dangerfield, and my worst player was Hampton, but that is to be expected. The good part about it, Dangerfield was actually my captain this week, so I got sweet double 140 points, which was good to see. If we switch over to my team, as you can see, there's a few players that I've changed around, and I will go through those in a second. But before we do that, I'm going to quickly go through each of my lines of my team and talk about some players that did well, some players that didn't do so well, and then I will talk about the trades that I've made this week. From the front, you've got Adams and Lair. Adams was amazing again. Awesome. Otten was the surprise of the round. I had him as an emergency. I got his emergency score into the team, which was great to see. Hampton was a bit of a letdown. But to be honest, a lot of people have Hampton, so I'm not too worried about that. It's not going to cost me too much. And Rance got 99, so close enough to 100 for me. He needs to be getting that constantly, though, for me to be happy with his output. And he's someone that I may look to change heading into the future. Laird was a little bit of a disappointment, but I feel like he'll improve as the season goes on, and he'll be hitting more of those 100+ scores. Down into the midfield, as you can see, heading down into the midfield, as you can see, Dangerfield with 140 was a great score. Murphy's a new player, and I'll talk about him in a bit. Fife and Beams and Treloar all score over 100. I'm hoping Treloar can score a bit higher than that. At 605,000, I want him to be averaging probably over 115. But Fife and Beams are really proving to be well worth their weight. Power Pepper, again, continues to look like an absolute superstar in the middle for Port, and he's going to continue going on. Amira had 36 touches, but only 20, and he had 30 handballs in those 36 touches. So he only got a score of 89. But for 318,000, I'm not too disappointed that he's only getting 89. That's about where I want him to get. And as the season gets on, I'm hoping he kicks on and he starts kicking the ball a lot more, and that will be increasing his score. Hanbury is the big disappointment in this team, and I'm going to go talk about him when I talk about the trades. Gawn was good, again 111, and I think he's just sit him there, leave him, he'll dominate. Ryder's another one that I'm not sure about. 75, not the best workout for him. He was against Sanderland, so I'm not too worried yet, but he's one I really do need to keep an eye on, and if I can find a better option, I will have to put them in at some point. Curvis is new. He hasn't played for me yet. I'll explain him also, along with Murphy. Franklin was an absolute master. Anything averaging over 100 in the forward line is always very welcome. So him getting 103 is great. Hoskin Elliott is almost the pick of the season so far. 120, looking like an absolute superstar. Playing in that Collingwood team, getting a lot of the ball, kicking it a lot, and having a lot of effective touches. So he's someone that I'm super happy with that I've picked up from the start. Dalhouse had a better game. 100's pretty good. Again, if he can get 100 every game in the forward line, that's all I'm really asking for. Butler, a bit of a down week, but still, I reckon I'm going to back him in this week. The Tigers, 3 in a row for the Tigers they are against West Coast, but I feel like Butler can still keep a solid score going. I may put Eddie in, but at the moment Butler's got my nod, and Roughhead is going to start building into the season. 2 games back in, he's against the Suns this week, so we know how diabolical my Suns are at the moment. So Roughhead should be getting a big score this week. So if you're a Hawthorn player, Hawthorn supporter, get excited because I think Roughhead and Amira will be having blistering games this week. As far as trades go, I've made 2 trades, but this is at the time of me recording this, it's Thursday evening in the UK, so I've got about till 8 a.m. Friday morning UK time to make my changes, so I could make a few changes tonight. We'll see when I wake up in the morning on Friday. I can see if there's any changes you guys might have suggested, and I might reverse them around, but we'll wait and see. I'll talk you through what I've done, and then let me know in the comments below if you think I've made the right choice or if you think I need to change it up. So I have traded out Ablett because in the 7 years I've had Ablett's been at the Suns, I've loved him to bits. He's always been an absolutely prime player. But last week he just looked disinterested. And I know the first week he scored 114. So 114 from Ablett was pretty handy. But last week he was absolutely diabolical. And it just turned me off enough. To be honest though, it was a toss-up between him and Hanbury, who I was going to trade out. Hanbury, I feel, is buying in more to the Sydney game plan, the Sydney style, and I feel like his score could turn around. But Ablett has burnt me, and I'm not sure if I should be dropping him or Hanbury. It's either going to be Hanbury or Ablett is going out because I've brought Mark Murphy in because he's averaging 134, and at 432,000, his price is going to spike, and I should make a bit of money off Mark Murphy. And hopefully at the end of the season, if he keeps this sort of form going, he could be one of the top 8 midfielders come the end of the season. Is he going to be it? Is he guaranteed to be one of the top 8 midfielders? No, he's not guaranteed. But if he keeps going like this, I can see him holding onto him for some time, even maybe towards the end of the year. So let me know in the comments below if you think, firstly, if I should bring Murphy in. Secondly, if you think I should drop Ablett or Hanbury. Which one do you think I should drop for Murphy? Because they're about the same price, so I'm not too worried about the money that I come out of it, because I'll probably get this around the same money. With that money, I've actually turned Nankervis down here from Taranto into Nankervis. Now, Taranto was okay. He got 75. He wasn't disappointing, but he's a 200,000 rookie, so he's not going to make as much money as some of the other rookies if the other rookies start coming on. I'm taking a risk that some of these rookies will start kicking on and start getting more of their hands on the ball. So I've taken Taranto out, I've put Nankervis in because he's averaging 119 in the forward line in the ruck for Richmond. So he provides good ruck coverage just in case something happens in the rucks. And he's going to be a big scorer being Richmond's single ruckman. So I'm definitely sold on Nankervis into that forward line. And I think that forward line is actually looking pretty damn solid. To be fair, my whole team's looking pretty damn solid. Special mention just at the end is for Newman, who I took out Joel Smith at the end of last week, and I threw Newman in, worried that I'll tell you what was happening. I was playing around with Smith and Newman, and what happened was Richmond and Collingwood had already started, but I didn't know I couldn't reverse trades after the round had already started. So I was stuck with Newman, and I was crossing my fingers when I was watching the game when I got home from work going, Newman, please perform. And he's performed well. 73, pretty decent score, and he's playing again this week for Sydney. So I'm happy with that. Again, do let me know in the comments below. Ablett or Hanbury, which one would you drop for Mark Murphy? Do let me know. Dangerfield's going to be my captain as always. I'll have a look for a loophole later on. I haven't really looked into it at the moment. At the moment, it's Nankervis. It probably won't be Nankervis. It's just who it's on. And yeah, that's my team heading into this week. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed my quick go through of my Supercoach team this week. I feel better about this team now, especially with some of the scoring that's going on. I feel like this team will actually keep going and pushing on. I think it actually looks pretty damn solid. Do let me know in the comments below any targets I should probably have for next round, or any targets you definitely think I should bring in this round and I'm missing out if I don't bring them in. Do let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Supercoach Diaries. I hope you enjoyed this channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.